And we'll do the same in here as well. I don't think we used a lot of wood flooring throughout Nerdersoft, so I don't mind this too. I just changed the exterior color, didn't I? That's not what I'm looking for at all. We want to change that floor color right there. Okay. Yeah, I don't mind that. I actually don't mind that at all. So with a little bit of furniture, I think this lobby area looks pretty solid. Actually,
shit, over here, Darren, give me bad luck and shit.
If you notice, so I can see what the lights look like.
Fuck him. Fuck him in the boss. I shit on that motherfucker. I seen that. I shit in that floor.
Instead of reception desks, so these will be staffed all the time. We have access to
the
stairwell, of course, which in itself is going to need some lights as well. So let's go ahead and very quickly do a couple of warm lights. Just differentiate a little bit. Now we kind of just need to do bathrooms. So let me very quickly come up with a style for this. I think the interior on these guys can be sort of a nice light blue. The floor can be kind of a sort of gray color, and the material on the inside will be this, with the floors being that right there. That should be fine. In terms of lights, let's just keep it simple. Let's just go for some nice wall-mounted lights near the doors right there, and that's probably good enough. It's very cold feeling in those bathrooms, but that's whatever. I'm not really super stressed about that. In terms of the toilet, let's just put it sort of opposite the doors, because that's kind of like a nightmare of mine. The idea that, well, actually, I'd say that's a nightmare of mine. That's a reality of mine. The bathroom in my house, you open the door, the toilet is like directly opposite the door. So it's terrifying. Quite frankly,
bullshit, I can't get rebounded damn
experience whatsoever. Because even if you know the door is locked, so you're sitting there and you're like, man, sure hope that door doesn't open. Because I'm sat here, just right here.
This damn AI. Come on,
it's not a pleasant experience. It is not at all a pleasant experience. But there we go. We got some bathrooms in here, so that's sorted. This space back here is going to be a reading office. This hallway is going to need some lights. So let's see what we can do for that. Let's also chop out this corner part right. Do we want to chop that out? Actually, we probably don't. We'll move that door to here.
How?
Another elevator, but we could. Well, we can actually have it face that way, but that might be kind of silly. What we'll do is just have it face this way. So that way there's elevators on both sides in sort of the same place, just facing the same direction. So we have a bit of symmetry when it comes to the layout of the light in this hallway.
Just a fucking foul. That's a foul. Come on, bro.
Every single. I think that's probably
what's up, you do?
A good shout.
Never mind, you had it.
In the base symmetrical right now, which has been a little bit tilted. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not 100% sure why it's asymmetrical, but we'll deal with it. We'll also do some lights sort of down through here as well. So we'll go for something that's, I guess a bit like that. It doesn't seem like enough lights though. Let me space these out briefly. Let's just space them out evenly. That way we can have an open light. That's kind of how these things work. There we go. So that's pretty good for the whole light. Then it's kind of nice and bright. And then the studio space, we're going to have to put furniture in and then put lights in. So let's also, I guess, get these things painted, because I want to color code them. Look at the color code things. So,
oh man, that was a good pass.
I do really like this desk right here.
I got 2 minutes. I got 2 minutes.
This what we'll do is we'll put it right in the corner. Go for an urban chair, which will be that one right there. And in terms of the computer, it's going to be the RGB one, because of course it is. But I want to change this a little bit. What the LEDs can be lit. Base of the computer is going to be that color. Should be a little So we're going to have white light, black computer. The chair, I want to go for the desk. We're going to stick with white because it's nothing too crazy. It's not super fancy, but it should do the job. So what we can do, that's 3 of them right there. Let's go and say the one there. So that's another 2 desires. We can do 1 and 2 right probably that we can probably there, rotate there. And that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 designs. Now that's not all that many. Let's be completely honest. We could, if we really wanted to, a lot more in. I mean, I could go, for example, here, I can move you there. Duplicate this. There we go. Completely honest, because it's easy. But, well, actually, no. It's exactly. Just because it's a matter of rights. We'll do this sort of thing. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's copy ourselves programmers. So my thinking here is 1. Bring in that mid. In fact, let's do.
Frank.
All right, MC. Hey, nice job on the board tonight. But what else did you bring to the team?
That's the most annoying.
I'm coming, Kyle.
I hated it, but I was. I don't know why. It's just
39, 26.
Those words without and one.
Dang, bro.
Yeah, you really know how to bring the vibe down, Frank.
Well, I'm not sure what you mean.
All right, let's put it this way.
That it is. It's not pretentious. It's it is in time musically owns attention. And to be honest, I feel like most music teachers that I had anyway, and they all sort of had like a bit of a smooth approach to doing things. It's like you're teaching high school kids how to play the record. You're not freaking Mozart. Like, you don't have to be like, oh, I have to, practice it. Or 6, I think 8. Well, so we have 8 of everything in this. That's really pretty solid. I'm kind
I got 2,000. God damn, I ain't getting enough. I'm gonna put
But
this thing up. I'm gonna put this up.
I'm kind of okay with this layout. So let's get some lights in these spaces just to break it a little bit. Let me do this. Get this team up and running before you even finish. I really don't. Really tempting. Because I'm kind of excited to get them up and running. I think it could look kind of interesting. What is this? Not enough ventilation. These spaces, they're looking pretty good. Let's get the leader a nice desk in here. And what we'll do is just sort of throw it. I'm gonna put it like here. I like the leader's desk facing outwards. I like the idea of putting like a TV behind them. I think that'll look kind of cool. And to be honest, I like the idea of putting TV on one of these boards. So that's do because it does boost the effectiveness of. So we'll get one over here. Well, we can sort of get one in that corner and that corner. Then what we can do is here. The only place it gets, unfortunately, that's okay. Let me hire building. Let me select all the TV building and make it white because that's kind of the color that I've gone for. In fact, that's the white TV. So that should be fine. And I guess what I'll do, I'm gonna connect this building to my central heating system. So let's just do right here. That now connects to the building. To make it accessible. And in theory, if I go in here and I start putting some they do absolutely work because I've got, heating thing going on. So there we go. That room has been sorted. This from here. sorted. This room sorted. Go ahead and just do the same for all the rest of them. And there we go. We've kind of got the makings of a new video, and it's a bit weird, but I really like this. We also have people coming and going. Obviously, I've not assigned this to team specifically, but let's go ahead and do that. We have the games team day and night. So what we'll do is rename games 1 day. We'll go to this one and rename it 1. Then I want to go ahead and copy the games 1 team and it's day, and then games 1 night. We'll go ahead and night. So we now have those 2 teams. And we have the 2. So what we do? Sorry, I had to just say that twice to really make sure that I. Right. So I want to go to the games and to these cases. Fine. So that's all. For the, I guess we just hire her and we figure out what we're doing. So let's have a look at this. So we're going to do 8 plus 1 leader. So we want to. Oh boy, there's a lot going on. That's what we want to night shift of that, and we want to say across the board as well. That should be okay. We've got everything else rates wise. We probably rather than night people, so we'll get that set up. And same with day shift. It's going to be rates. We're looking for people not there. So now all we need our hands on leader. Now, obviously, still don't have a kitchen. This place active, so hire some employees. We're looking for leads. We'll look for a diner. Games today, which doesn't matter because there's no one.
Okay.
We're gonna look for extra elimination.
Are you ready?
We can put this to leader to work on elimination. So let's get looking.
When do you?
We're looking for, I guess, pretty good. Clement Rose. Here.
Cheat.
What we're gonna do? And we're gonna be our games.
What? No, see.
We'll go for.
God, you could get kicked out of the game. Watch.
It is gonna be. So a lot of games. But that's okay. Employees. Go to roles. Third. Do some programming, so that's okay. So that one's sorted. Shift. 5 p.m. So we.
I'm taking camera. I'm taking pictures and shit.
Role leader, you are a designer.
Man, I'm gonna say my team losing.
Fine. So both of those teams are hiring people. The 20 fill up eventually. That means that we now go and set up project management for people.
Good.
Get this people.
Good, nigga.
Sports game, whatever it might be.
Okay,
A
nigga.
little something.
Cheat, nigga.
Yes, I also think that like this entire floor.
18 badges.
Selecting the other. So what we'll do is.
Brick Raw, change out artists.
This is games. Bullet. So games video. Like these. Oops, there's 8.
You got a little screen.
So we want to get some security. There we go.
Damn. It froze.
Well, also we have
See, give me bad looks.
Oil. 3 anytime now for E, which is a little bit longer, but that's okay. Here, doing the fact that I will use for the.
Huh? What?
What?
Need to change my badge.
Oh, one line. My programmers and
I'll come in.
artists just
Shoot.
that by any chance set up in such a way. Can we pass through? Yeah, so we're gonna need to remember to do that, otherwise my employees can't get to their desk. So we need to go to these rooms here. Which team allow pass through? Everyone can get to their desks. And honestly, this looks kind of cool. We've got everyone there, at their desk doing their thing, chilling. I mean, they're gonna have absolutely no food for the time being, but that's fine. That's their problem, not mine. Well, that's their problem. We'll give them. I'll move these. I'll move these fast. Right. I'll go ahead and move this. Here. Let's just move you. Put you right there. We'll move this one. We'll put it right there. And what I'll do, give them a couple of vents there and one there. So now they can eat. Right now they can go and get a snack. And I mean, there is. But there actually isn't. Probably that building right there, which is a bit of a walk. But anyway, that's totally okay. We have 3 security guards just stood at the door. Looks a little bit silly, but I like this. I like this space. So let's manually work on. Hold on a minute. Are we? No, this counts murder stem update. It is just bug fixing. And that's fine. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's, I guess, manually start working on a new game. So we'll develop the software. I would say game, RPG. Let's just do an RPG. Or, I really don't think it matters. Sports game, RTS, FPS. Let's just do an RPG. First one on the list. And it's going to have, there's, start this like it is the new things. Not going to have it's going to be a single, so customizable character, dialogue tree, branching story. It's going to be open world, have physics, have post-processing, a first Uno, we don't need to worry about that. Adaptive music, so, when we have recorded, digital exclusive, physical store cuts $4 right now. Let's bring that down and convert some of those sales. Shadows, facial animations. We're not going to do virtual reality. We're going to do cutscenes. Not going to do. Give us time. Not going to do procedure. We're not going to do multiplayer. And that's still, without all of the features, still has 200. But that's whatever. At this point, we're okay. Not really too worried about it. Let's make this thing 69. Nice game. And it's not going to be subscription-based. It's source controlled framework. It's, I guess, let's just do RPG core. Right? Let's go simple. RPG core. 969. Goat Town. Horse Beans. I like the sound of the Grave Town. Although, that to me, I like to imagine what my game would be, right? Setting in the storm, all of that. So I don't think you could get a Grave Town game. It's a role-playing game that can expand, with actual expansion. So, town armies. Interesting. The Curse Killer. Hold on a minute. Curse Killer. That's edgy. That's really edgy. Curse Killer 2. Pretty edgy. I kind of like it, but I think let's see what else we got. Monster Killer was a good horse. Rhythm Slam, Dream. What about Dream? That sounds like an RPG. Dream World, then Dream World 2. I like it. Okay. So the next page in the two on this is Vector 4. Seems like the right one to go for there. 3D editor. Interestingly, Vertex Studios. Haven't got the 2020 or the 2020 tech level on it yet. I want to use my own thing, so that's kind of what we're going to do. The audio tool, I have to update it, but we'll do that. In terms of operating systems, we'll go for those two initially, just to keep dev time down. We'll go Inbox 360 as well, because that seems like a pretty... And so 3 operating systems, that's no big. In auto balance, but it doesn't really matter. And the lead design, that's going to be a tricky one. Because we need it to be someone that's not going to quit anytime soon. Carlo Phelps, good at games. Carlo Phelps might. So, yeah, let's have Carlo Phelps on this. And it recommends 10 designers, 13 programmers, so we don't have that many in these. But I guess we can technically put 2 down. So, actually, yeah, I think we'll be okay. Let's just do games 2. No publisher, just develop. It might take a while, but honestly, I'm kind of okay with that. We're going to game, we'll automate it. Everything will be beautiful. And eventually we can go ahead and get, another dev team over here working on a sports game. We're going to have... That's the goal. I want games coming out here. Oh my god, so many people just were seeing that so much. Always a miserable time. I don't mind paying them. That's obviously not the problem. But the problem is just so many of them at once. Really. It's also still terrifying to think that it's not that long until myself and the founders up in Nerdersoft. I'm kind of hoping we can cross the $1 billion threshold before that happens, but now Zenfone 4 is ready for development, so let's get that going. I'm going to bring priority way down, focus on Inbox 1, which thankfully very near done. It's kind of just the hardware team that needs a little bit of programming. So, not really too worried about it. I'm not worried. I think it's going to have what looks like nearly a year of beta time. I would almost be tempted to push it in. Give it a year. Hell, I would be tempted to push it this 6 months early. But that seems like a little risk. I don't want to put out the Inbox 1 and have it be terrible. Although, to be fair, putting out the Inbox... Oh my god. What I was getting at was putting out the Inbox, having it be average at launch, brand. However, Horse Simulator 10. Who can I give this to? Cole is the new... Cole good? Cole might be good. Okay, I suppose it is also a game dev that's now leading Horse Sim thing, so... should be okay. It is the game dev 2 leading game, but we'll not ask any questions there. Hopefully Horse Sim... Also really thinking that I would like... So, let's stop retiring, that'd be great. Book here, because there are hardware programmers. What's interesting to me, I guess, is that if we have these, hardware guys, would assume that they'll be helping out their own sort of tasks. Definitely a weird one. It is definitely, I mean, I know I should get my hardware team a little bit, that's obvious, but it'd be nice if they were just a little bit less terrible. Also, how are we doing 1.4 million is going to goals are down to 50. I don't know that I love that. I also just noticed. So